Thank you, Chair. Secretary and Dr. 𝐒𝐚𝐤𝐧, I want to pass on my thanks for the Cambridge Springs Honor Guard coming in and participating and helping Sunday with the funeral of Officer Bill Chaffone out of Forest. But I really appreciate the cooperation there. A couple of years ago, we were talking about the ambulance services and the reimbursements for them. Has that been fixed?
Yes, for EMS services, it
Yes.
should be. WellPath is well out of that bankruptcy, so they're paying per contract as they normally do, 30 to 60 days. Once the invoices are adjudicated, the EMS services receive payment.
I'm glad to hear that. I didn't know if the people stopped getting into my ear because it's fixed or because they gave up. Deputy Ottman, you were talking about the MAT, and you said how many participants were on that 2 years ago? Are you given 2 years ago, currently, and then in the future?
I'm sorry, it was last year, Senator. 2024, we had 1,860 individuals on MAT. And now we have 5,283. That's a 184% increase, because now we're doing induction. We were doing a maintenance program, the Secretary kind of alluded to, where they're coming in from counties on MAT therapy, and now we are inducing individuals that are signing up for it. We got a lot of pressure from the DOJ. We should be offering this medication because of our high amount of individuals with a substance use disorder. So this is where you're starting to see the increase.
And it is clinically driven. We have addictionologists on our team, and they assess and evaluate who gets placed on MAT.
And how many are on the waiting list?
Approximately 4,000.
So, wow.
Right, and you're probably looking at the number, but when I talk to my counterparts, those are the same kind of numbers that they're seeing. Other states are doing the exact same thing regarding MAT, and they're seeing some significant numbers for MAT.
One of the things that concerns me is when I'm hearing from staff that there are guys that don't have substance abuse, but because their family members do, and the places where their parole plan are, they're getting put on Suboxone. They're being basically encouraged to get on Suboxone. Is that part of what's driving this? I mean, that's a significant number of people. I mean, these guys that are coming in, and I've been on those units, and the treatment units and stuff, but there are also a lot of guys out there in Gen Pop that have never had experience with this stuff. And it bothers me when I hear stories like that.
I'm not sure exactly what that particular case is referring to, but as I mentioned, we have addictionologists on staff. I just talked about 57% of our population has a substance use history, and that's a significant number of individuals in our system. Our addictionologists meet with individuals. They talk to them, of course, especially for folks going back out into the community. That reentry piece is really critical, especially for someone who may not have been using but knows that they're going back into the community where there's different levels of temptations for them. So we had started MAT in that respect years ago.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I just, perhaps for the Judiciary Committee, something to have a hearing about. I'm concerned about that. On the phone monitoring, how are we monitoring these video calls? Because you and I both know that these guys are very ingenious, and if they can bury or encode stuff on video calls and communicate in ways other than just the vocal. How are we, for the institution security, how in the heck are we doing that?
I will tell you, unfortunately, or fortunately for us, some of them aren't very savvy to what they're doing on these calls.
It doesn't take long, though. Once they start getting,
Trust me, they're doing things out in the open. But even when they're not, we have an analytics division in our Bureau of Investigations and Intelligence that does a really great job. They work on the parole side, and people maybe flashing weapons in a visit, or things that unfortunately, but again, fortunately for us, are not so covert. And there's really a huge network in working with our security offices, the parole staff, our analytics division. It's a big teamwork network of
That's
ensuring.
a lot of extra work, though. I mean, it's significant. The cost of having those isn't just going to be in the establishment of the tablets. To effectively control the security of the institution, you're going to have to significantly increase the security staff evaluation of that. I mean, the amount of staff that will be involved to take care of that, to prevent security breaches, I think is going to be significant.
Yeah, security is obviously a big component, but we have all of those systems when Senator Martin was talking about, we have those systems already. We're already monitoring emails and phone calls and video visits. It's something that's already happening. So
Also, no, that's not catching everything either by any stretch, but my time's up and we'll hit some stuff on the second round. Thanks.
Right.